announced his retirement. Had a great career, especially with the Houston Texans.
Yeah, sad to see him go. Had an NFL rushing leading year. Also had 4 Pro Bowls under his belt. Second and 10. Romo once more. He's got time in the pocket. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They do snap it. Now Romo. And it is incomplete. Well, I want to ask you while we've got a window here about the games you've called the last 3 weeks. In Detroit, Matthew Stafford. You like what you're seeing from him in the Lions, aren't you?
I do, and I don't think anyone can even snicker anymore if you say MVP next to Matthew Stafford's name. 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year, 68% completion percentage. How about the last 3 straight wins? 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's playing at the highest level he's played at in the NFL.
And all 4 of those wins against the Bears, Eagles, Rams, and Redskins come from behind fashion. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a handoff looking right. And Michael fumbles it. Fumbled the football. And some room to work. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. One back is Morris. Following the fumble recovery, Romo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
2nd down following the incompletion. Back to the air they go. Romo on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They fake the give to Elliott. Now Romo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play. Romo to Bryant. 43 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now it's Romo off the bootleg. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Here's Bailey now. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Wilson on second down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, Wilson. And this is caught by Curse. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back now in Arlington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw is Wilson. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Third and short, it's Procise. He lost two, and it brings up fourth.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Going right side, he has Winton. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Romo. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Dallas first down. Such a dynamic combination, Tony Romo and Dez Bryant, and it has been on display.
Happy quarterback, happy receiver, equals happy team. That's kept them in the lead in this game and made everyone feel good. And hey, Dez can be demonstrative now, but he's having a good time doing it. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the touchdown, Cowboys! Cole Beasley, 32 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score. And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Being chased out left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.